I was planning out my next videos earlier on today, and as part of that planning process, it is to add all of the videos, titles, links into a Google Sheets document that I have. It was at that point that I realized that this video is my 100th YouTube video. Wow. 100 videos. That's a lot of tutorials. So this video, I figured I would have a little bit more fun and not necessarily have it as a tutorial video, but hopefully you'll still learn something in this video. So I'm going to be making a little bit of a multimedia piece with my Cricut, some Copic markers, and we're going to have a little fun. My name is Kelly, and let's get clacking. As I do with pretty much every single one of my videos, I'm going to plan out what I'm going to do. What I'm going to be working with is this sheet of plexiglass. Now, it is the same as the other ones that I've done in my Spotify video, and I have a piece of Perspex that I take with me to the Cricut demo days. Now, it's the same frosted plexiglass, so it looks quite cool. But what I'm going to be placing on it is some other types of mixed media. I'm going to be using some cork sheets, and these are nice because you can sublimate them, but they're also extra nice because they are adhesive. These are the Silhouette brand cork sheets. And I'm going to be using some craft foam, some Cricut Smart cardstock. I haven't used it yet, so I'm quite keen to use it. I'm going to be using some of the Cricut textured metallic vinyl because this is pretty much my favorite vinyl. And I'm also going to see if I can squeeze in some glitter foam as well. As always, we start in Design Space. I'm going to open up a shape for my Perspex sheet, unlock the ratio, make the width 21, the height 29.7, and that is our sizing ratio, so we know what we're working with and how big everything needs to be. I pretty much do this for every single one of the projects that I work on just to make sure that I know exactly what's going on, what size everything is. So I'm going to insert the YouTube logo, make that a little bit smaller. As you can see, obviously it'll completely take over everything if we have it so big. So I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. Now I want to cut part of this in foam and part of it in the metallic vinyl, so I'm going to need to duplicate. Use the contour feature to remove the one shape. So that'll be the textured metallic vinyl. So I'm going to make that gray. And then this one will be the foam backing that it'll go onto. So I'm going to make that red because obviously it'll be red foam. Then I move on to the text. So I'm going to have thank you at the top, 100th video, and then the title at the bottom. I'm going to type in thank you in two different words because the cork sheet that I'm using is quite small. If I had to use just the sizing of the cork sheet, it'll look a little bit funny. So I want to be able to get a much kind of bigger, better effect out of it. So I'm just going to have it in two different colors, then make it a little bit bigger. That might be too big. Yep, too big. Let's make it a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. And now I'm going to use an offset on this. So I'm just going to make the offset a little bit bigger. There we go. Apply. And I'm going to do the same offset on the other one. So essentially the offset will be the cork part, and then the inside will be the drawing, and then we will color in on the inside. So it'll have like a multi-dimensional effect kind of thing. So I'm going to change the words to draw because obviously we don't want it to cut. We want it to draw with a pen. And I'm going to make that one also draw. And then the back sections, I'm going to change that to orange so that we can see that it's the cork. And then I'm going to just group these elements together so that they don't move around all the time. I also need to weld the text because otherwise it will overlap. So I need to go to the pen section. I can just select the layer on the side and click weld. There we go. Okay, next step is the text at the bottom. So we go 100th video. And of course, this is pretty much dedicated to you guys. Without you, I wouldn't be here. So this is really an ode to you, to say thank you for all of the support that you guys have given me over the past year or so, because that's quite literally how long I've been doing this now, for just over a year. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a long time. And I might want to make that just a little bit bigger. There we go. And then the date in the bottom. So this is going to be the 16th of November 2021. Can you believe it? And I'm going to make this also the grayish color. I want to cut it out of the same textured vinyl as the play button, so that'll look pretty cool. And that's what we have. So I want to just double check that the sizing of this is correct because the cork sheets that I have are very small. So they're, 12.5 centimeters by 17.5 or so. So I'm just going to add in another shape. So you see there, it's very small, so I need to make sure that it's going to fit. So I'm just going to swivel it around a little bit and make sure that I've got a little bit of room for error as well. Try and swivel it around a little bit. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to select everything. I'm going to attach it because I want to make sure that it's going to cut exactly like that. So let's just change the color of that to orange, just so that we have it on the same kind of color substrate. And then lastly, what we can do is we can actually delete this box because we don't need that box. So now we go make it. And because I'm going to be using my Maker 3, I'm going to be cutting the cardstock on the smart cardstock. I'm going to choose multiple ways. And then I'm going to leave that as on matte because that's going to be the textured metallic vinyl. This one I'm going to leave as is because it's going to be cutting out of the cardstock. This one I'm going to change to on matte, onomatopia. And then I'm not going to worry about changing this one because I'm going to move this one to the red matte because this is they're both foam. So I'm going to be using the same cut settings. So I might as well just have them cut on the same mat. And then this one, I'm just going to turn it around a little bit more like that. I'm not going to lie, this one has me a little bit concerned because if I don't put it exactly half a centimeter away from the end, then that is not going to cut properly. So what I might just do is I might just cancel, readjust this, detach, move that to the end there and move that a little bit further up, just so that we have a little bit more room to play with. And now let's redo everything that we already did. Fun times. Okay, now we've got a little bit more grace on this side. So we're going to whip out the Cricut and cut everything and have some fun with some Copic markers on this side. And of course, now that everything is done, we can get started with weeding and cutting and all that kind of fun stuff. Chopping off some of the bits that have been cut. So this is quite cool, of course. It's the first time I'm ever weeding cardstock. So it's a very unique thing. And I'm just going to see, like, I've literally never played with this. This was the sampler that came with the machine. So this is the first time I'm using this. Ooh. Very cool, very cool. Feels weird, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, my normal trick doesn't really work so well. Normally I just pick up a little bit of a corner and roll it off, but it does not work. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, interesting. Now you'll also notice that I'm not pulling it off the transfer, off the backing sheet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to color it in on the page and then transfer it onto the foam. Not really sure how I'm going to transfer it yet. I literally have never watched a single video about how to use this stuff. I would imagine just pick it up, but I would also imagine that you could probably use transfer tape. So a good thing to probably do with this kind of object is to have like a weeding box around it so that you can weed the weeding box out and then use the transfer tape to pull it off. Because if you're cutting this section, you have to then cut it off here. You lose all of that as smart vinyl and you've got to now use it as normal vinyl or cardstock, smart cardstock. This is going to be going on here, right? So as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, it didn't cut all the way through. This is not new. It pretty much never does because I need the deep point blade for it. It just needs that little bit extra. But as you can see, it's easy enough to kind of pull off. So I just pull it off. Not the neatest, but that'll do, pig. That'll do. And then, of course, we do the same for our play button. And then, of course, this was the first time I've ever cut cork on this machine. So doing a lot of firsts in this video. It's ironic for my 100th video. And it seems to have cut pretty much perfectly. So I'm thrilled with that. I'm also going to be coloring it in on here. Probably should have taken out that little section there. It looks a bit funny, but that's okay. So we've got an array of different colors here. And as you can see, I have multiple Copic markers. Now, not gonna lie, pretty much never used them. I've used them to swatch a few things. I inherited them, but they are amazing. So essentially what I'm gonna do is color in these shapes using the Copics and maybe get some cool shading effects. Maybe what I should have tried is to do like a rainbow effect from the one side to the other. So maybe let's put a halt on that and let's try the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. See, now this is technically, yeah, I think that one's a little bit better suited to the color theme. So let's start off with the red. These look like they've been eaten by something. Okay, so I might have to make them a little bit thicker. And now we can move on with the rest of the project. Let's pick up our little play button. Not perfectly centered, but that's okay. I might even just leave this white for now to see what it looks like. But what I'm going to try and do is cut out this section, and hopefully this will act as a weeding box if I've cut deep enough, which I probably haven't. It's working beautifully. Good enough. Good enough. I might just try and do this in like a silvery kind of color, because we've got all the color at the top, color in the middle. It might be nice to have some silveries at the bottom. I might also just lift them up and put them on the paper, because I don't really have the energy to struggle with transfer tape. Pretty much all of that was probably off camera. Story of my life. But I cut a line, weeded it badly. You didn't really miss much. Looks so cool. It's like all sparkly and shiny. I actually kind of like it just like that. So I don't think I'm going to put anything on it, but I'm going to need some transfer tape for this. So first we take off the protective sheet. I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of people asking. I got this from Maisie's Plastics in obviously South Africa. I can't remember exactly what it cost. It was under 50 Rand for this. Probably way under 50 Rand. I don't want to give you an inaccurate price, but you can just contact them and ask them to cut you a block. So let's start with the thank you. It has bled through quite a bit. Looks pretty good. Then we have the play button. Now this I'm going to need to use some glue, and I finally did what I said I was going to do by putting all of my glues and things into this little container that fits underneath my stand. If you want to know what I'm talking about, I'm going to link my craft room tour up at the top and you can take a look at what I mean. Let me just plan this out quickly, because I can see this going pear-shaped. So I'm going to put this here, this here, and that there. Okay, I am happy with that. This obviously I can still move around a little bit, which is really nice. Interesting to see what it looks like from the back. And then lastly, but not leastly, trying not to get my paw marks on here, because obviously the more paw marks you put on something like this, the less it's going to stick. Now with this textured metallic vinyl, you actually need a different transfer tape, but I don't have a stronger transfer tape. So I pretty much just struggle. It's almost like the pressure on this is actually too high. Even though it's on default settings, I think the pressure is too high because it's actually cutting a little bit into the backing sheet, which you don't want. That wasn't infuriating at all. And then we pull off the backing sheet for full glorious effect. That should all dry clear, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about that. And there you have it, folks, our beautiful, beautiful 100th video plaque. I hope that you guys had some fun with me along the way, learned some new things, just had some fun watching. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. It's been an incredible ride so far. It's been just over a year and we're at our 100th video already. Obviously this includes live streams and things like that. So it definitely has been a very fun ride and I'm thrilled to still be here. So a huge, huge, huge thank you to you guys for being here, for supporting me, for showing up, liking my videos, subscribing to my channel, being in my live streams, you know, commenting on my videos, because all of those things make a huge, huge, huge difference in terms of engagement on the videos and things like that. So I really do appreciate you endlessly. So this one is for you guys, and I will see you in my next video. And remember, be kind to someone today. See you soon.